भविष्यत्काल रूपम करिष्यति गमिष्यति पठिष्यति इत्यादीनि रूपाणि अथवा आज्ञा प्रार्थना रूपस्य आज्ञा प्रार्थना इत्युक्ते गच्छतु पठतु इत्यादि रूपाणि। अत्र अस्यां कथायां रामायणस्य युद्धकाण्डसङ्ग्रहः वर्तते। युद्धकाण्डसङ्ग्रहः अत्र वचनानि एकवचनमपि अस्ति, एकवचनप्रयोगः अपि अस्ति, द्विवचनप्रयोगः अपि दृश्यते, अनन्तरं बहुवचनप्रयोगः अपि दृश्यते अत्र। यथा so in order to complete this homework, the fill in the blanks, you should be knowing the vachanas, different vachana forms, ekavachana rupam, dvivachana rupam, bahuvachana rupam, you should be knowing. Then, or you should be able to find it out. Now, one thing, so I want to show you. No, keep your line muted unless you have any question.
Video is gone. Video is not coming.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I want to show you some where to look for those forms. Okay? Access will block right now. Okay. So go here to grammar, not grammar, resources. So there are, let's see whether this works. Classes, I don't know what is wrong with this. Okay. Anyway. So, where is our homework? Marutihi Lankanagarat Pratyagachati. So, this was done in a previous batch. So, if you remember, so the same repeat here, just for you to get familiar with it, or like a revision. Marutihi Lankanagarat Pratyagachati. Now here, Pratyagachati. So remember that there are few things you have to note here. That when you are filling in the blanks, what a principle you need to remember is that the Kriya Padam has to be in the same vachanam as the Kartrupadam. So you need to identify the Kartrupadam. Kartrupadam means who is doing the action. Marutihi is the Kartrupadam here because Maruti is doing the Agamana Kriya. Marutihi Lankanagarat Pratyagachati. Now, to convert this into Tavatu form or Bhutakala Kridantarupam, so we need to, you should know what is the Pratyagachati, Agachati or Gachati. Tasya Kridanta Bhutakala Rupam Athva Tavatu Rupam Kim Asti. So there are different ways of knowing it. You might have your own resources in the sense you can ask somebody that is one resource, or you can refer to some book. There is Krudanta Rupamala, etc. There are some books are there. And also there was a table given, link to the table given. I don't know why my site is not opening. So on that there is a table. So you can refer to that table also. Many of the, not all the forms of all the verbs are there. when many verbs are given there, from which you should be able to get an idea of what is the Tavatu form, Tva form, Labanta form, Bhavishyat Kala form, Ajnaropa, all the forms are there. And additionally, you can refer to the Dhatu Kosha or some book itself, or like a dictionary of verbs and verb forms. There are many Dhatu Koshas are available, and one which is given here means where on this blog site here. You should make use of these resources. If you do not, I mean, these are also very good. If you don't have a physical book or printed book, you can refer to this. One is Shabda Manjari, which gives the forms of the nouns as well as Kriyapadas or verbs are also there. Anantaram atra Dhatu Koshaha iti pustakam atra avalabdhamasti. Asminnapi Dhatu Tiktakim Kriyapada Rupani Santi. For example, you can download this. You can click here. It will also open on the browser itself, and you can download also by right clicking and use the download option, or you can use download here, download option. So in this, for example, we want to know what is the homework here. What is the Gacchati? What is the Krudanta Bhutakala Rupam? So how do we find it? So you go to, so you should get equipped or self-enabled. You should enabled, empowered to do it yourself. So this is very easy. So you go open that. There is a book. There is a book here. So you go to Dhatu Kosha and Gacchati. Now here this is arranged alphabetically in the Sanskrit alphabets, A, E, etc., not ABCD. And then you should know the root of that word, root of the verb, Dhatuhu. So this is a Dhatu Kosha. Name itself is Dhatu Kosha, and it gives the verb forms and also the Krudanta forms. Krudanta forms means the Pratyagatavan, Agataha, Agatavan, etc. also are available in this. And Agantum, Tumanantarupam, Tum, that Agantum, Gantum, Patitum, etc. they are also here. But you should know the root. The root, many times it is easy to know and many times it is not easy to know. Yeah? So for example, in this case, Gacchati is the verb there. So Gacchati, Asya Dhatuhu Kaha, the Gacchati Dhatu is Gam, it is not Gach. Whereas Pathati Dhatu or the root of the Pathati verb is Patha. So that is straightforward, but Gacchati is not that straightforward. So the Gam is the Dhatu or the root. So we should know that. So after some practice and discussions like this, it will be, you will remember that Gach is the Gam. So you find out where is Ga in this order. Ka, Kha, Ga. Gakarha kutra astyatra the dakarasya purvam. Ga. Ga, Gha, Ga. Gru, Guhu, Ga. Gam. So here Gam. So Gam is here. Satra, some of the things you can ignore right now. Later on I will explain. Anantaram vadishyami. Anantaram P Vishayapi Anantaram vadishyami. Atra to go. Iti Angla bhashayam arthaha padattaha asti. Means in English it is the meaning is given. English meaning of the dhatu Gam, to go. So Gam dhatu, its different forms are given here. Now Gacchami, Gacchasi, Gacchati, a little bit reverse here. Because Gacchati, Gacchataha, Gacchanti, Gacchasi, only singular forms are given here just for the indication. And then the pot is potential or Vidhi Ling. This is a different forms of that. And what we have studied so far is the present tense, Vartamana Kala. Here, Gacchati, Gacchasi, Gacchami. Imperative is the Ajna Prarthana. So that form is also given here. Ekavachana form. Gacchatu, Gaccha, Gacchani. And imperfect is the past tense. Agachat, Agaccha, Agacham. And there are other forms also. And future tense is here, Gamishyati. Because only one form is given here because it is easy, and elsewhere on the top, if you see, there are other forms also of other verbs are given. So this is very easy form. There is no need to give all the forms of all the verbs. The future, Gamishyati, Gamishyata, Gamishyanti, etc. Now, there is a passive form and there are other forms. Now, if you okay, let me zoom in. Okay. Now here, if you come to Kri is a Krudanta. Okay? So from here the Krudanta forms are starting. Now there is one form called Gantavya. This some of you may know already, but in our case we can study it later. But now there are three more forms here which are of interest in our case here for our study. Prathamam rupam asti gataha is called past participle here. But and there is gatva and there is also gantum. So we know gatva is the tva form which we are interested in, right? Tva tuman. So that in that grahakaryamasi tatra grahakaryam tva tatha tuman tum padani atva tva padani upayujya vakyani likhantu. That was the homework. So atra patitva khadati marjarah agachyate dugdam pivati chakrani upachiti shishum pashyati. So what are the tva forms of these? So that is also available, okay, here. Gatva. So if it is a gam, tasya tvanta rupam asti gatva. So this is clear here. And the infinite INF, I don't know what the English in that, but that is a tum form. Tum. Gantum. So patitum. So if you look at different dhatus here, so INF form is the tum form. IP is the twa form. Gatva, gantum, etc. So you can find, using this book, you can find the form. Now, where is the gatavan? So that is what we are interested here, right? Pratyagachyate, etc. For that also you can use this book. Now, there is no direct gatavan, etc. given here, but use this PP form. PP. Part participle is one of the forms of another different Kridanta forms. But what to find out the Tavatu Rupam, you just add Van here, Van or Vati in the Strilinga Rupam. So remove that Visarga, remove this Visarga, and just add Van for Pullinga Gatavan, right? And for Strilinga you use Gatavati, Vati. So you just add Van or Vati instead of the Visarga to this Gata form. So like this you can find out. So ataha atra pratyagacchati atra iti kriyapadam asti. Pratyagacchati asya kalah kaha. What is the, is it vartamana kala, bhuta kala, bhavishyat kala? Atra vartamana kale. Vartamana kale asya rupam asti. Any question? Somebody unmuted.
In Dhatu Kosha, there are different English abbreviations are given. How to identify which is what?
Abbreviations you can find at the top of this book. I'm not going to that now. You can download the book, and the top and the beginning in the introduction They are given what is or this now, but you can look. I mean, from here for our study purpose, I think it's clear. Pre is present tense, right? Present tense, and then we have gacchatu gacchatam. This is the ajna prarthana, and then agachat abhavat, like this. This is the bhutakala rupam, and there is a gamishyati. This is the future tense. So, and then coming down here, and this obviously gantum, gatva, and gataha, as I said, just remove this and add van vati for pullinga strilinga of tavatu rupam, that variant. Now agacchati, what is the kala? Is a vartamana kala atra yatha darshatah atra vartamana kala, present tense. Tasya tavatu rupam bhavati. Tavatu is gatavan.
Agatavan.
Agatavan. Because agatavan not agatavati. Kimartham agatavan iti marutihi kartrupadam pullinga rupam. Pullinga padam iti karanat pratyagacchiti padasya tavatu rupam asti pratyagatavan. Marutihi lankanagara pratyagatavan. So like this you can complete other sentences. So once you know where to look for the different sources, you can find that out. Now, prapnoti. Now here, but thing is, you should know what is the root. That is, if you are looking that in this book or any dhatu kosha, there will be only root. It will be root dhatu. You should know the dhatu, then you will be looking for you can find the.
Sir, how to get this dhatu form for each word? Where we can search for it? Suppose I am saying padati. I want to check up what's the dhatu for that. Where I can search if I don't know.
Yeah, so one probably is not always. Probably you can get that. What is that? When I spoken Sanskrit. So there, for example, you can say pathati. You can type pathati or patati, for example, or patati. Patati. Now, so there, so here you can find your
Ashtadhyayi.com also, right? It's available in that.
No, there you can't go like this, I think. Probably.
You can search. You can either search in English or in Sanskritam. You can say to read, and it will pull up all the different dhatus associated to reading. Or you can type in pathati, and it will show you the dhatu associated to it in ashtadhyayi.com.
Yeah,
that's what I usually use.
Okay, that's also good site. So here also you see patati is there, patha. Patha. So, pat is the dhatu here. Like patati is there, pat is the dhatu. Similarly, gacchati is there. So here you see gum. Gum is the dhatu. Fine, you see.
Mahodaya, you put this in the which tab are you on? Not to find the meaning, right? Is it in another tab on the top? You have home Sanskrit training. Which tab is this on? Where you look up the meanings?
No, just home tab.
Home tab, okay.
Okay. That Ashtadhyayi is also a good one. That is ashtadhyayi.com, Dhatu Pata, right? Where do you search? Here on the top?
Yeah. And you don't put the whole word. You just put letter by letter, and then it just pulls it up.
Or you can also just type in to read, and it will pull it up.
Oh, really?
Space to read. Yeah, in English also, and it takes that too.
Patati, this Dhatu Kosha, Pataktayam Vachi. But only thing, now you can take this and go back to Dhatu Kosha and you can find the other forms.
If you click on it, when you go to Ashtadhyayi and if you click on the Pat, it will give you all the different.
Oh yeah, good.
Ling, lakaras.
Yeah, lakaras are there. But if you know, Kridanta forms are also here. This is the name.
Yeah.
Oh, Kridanta forms are not there in this. Where are the Kridanta forms?
The Dhatu Kosha I have been showing for the past 10 minutes.
Dhatu Kosha. Astu. Kshamitamaaham vilambena gatavati.
Yeah, please come early.
I clicked on the link, but it was taking me to the music and saying that the host was not there.
Okay, let's continue. Balaka Patati. So here, Yuddha Kandam, in this, some of you have replied that it was, I don't know, somebody left a comment on the blog site that homework was, they understood but the homework was difficult. I don't know, it says unknown. I don't know who left a comment. Homework was challenging or something. But homework challenging. So what is if the person is here, please let us speak up. What is challenging? Either not understanding the meanings of the each sentence here. That is one challenge. Could be each word here, like Marti Lankanagarat. What is Lankanagarat? Rama Sitaya Vruttantam Shrutva Dukkitaya. This is a little bit. The words are may not be that easy. Like a Kaka Katha. So like these are may not be very simple, straightforward. But if you have studied different forms in level 1, so you should be able to make it out. That's what I think or hope. For example, Ramaha Sitayaha Vruttantam Shrutva Dukkhitaha. So here Ramaha, what is the main thing is you should be able to identify the vachanam or the rupam of each word, right? Pullinga, Strilinga, that you should be able to identify. Pullinga, Strilinga, Napumsakalingam. Linga identification and the Vibhakti identification. Ramaha, what is the Vibhakti of Ramaha? What is the Vibhakti of Sitayaha? And Vruttantam, all these. And Shrutva, we know that Shrutva, that is, we have been studying that Tva is one of the Pratyas. So different forms. If you are familiar with the forms, you should be knowing that. That is, one is identifying the forms and then meaning of each word. Like most of you, I think you already know the meanings of different words, or you can find out the meaning, number one. Secondly, if you are relatively new to Sanskrit, then you may not be able to know the meaning. In that case, then yes, though it may be, you may be able to find these words in the dictionaries, to understand the meaning of the sentence, it may be difficult. It may take time. So see, Rama Sitayaha Vruttantam Shrutva Dukkhitaha. What is Dukkhitaha? Now that is the question mark, right? What is Dukkhitaha? So yes, this is for those who are new to Sanskrit. It may be new to Sanskrit or new to Indian languages, Indian words. It may be a little bit difficult. Yeah. Any comments? Anybody else?
So here we are.
Yeah.
Whatever last time you have given Excel sheet, that Tuvantu Rupam is Kridanta form, no?
No, see, I'll clarify it once again. Any other question?
So the words in the back what we are changing, is it?
Sorry, there was some. Say that again.
The word in the brackets. Pratyagachati is the one we are supposed to change.
Yes, yes.
Maruti Lanka Nagarat.
Yeah. Pratyagatavan.
Okay, past tense.
As appropriate. You'll have to look at, that's why here the meaning, understanding the meaning of the sentence is important, because somewhere you might have to use it in the future tense, somewhere in the order prayer form. Not all of them should not be in the past tense only.
Oh, okay.
So this is mainly understanding of the meaning is important. So this is not like a straightforward convert all of them into one form.
Oh, okay.
Mahodaya, I have a question. We say Vanarsena in the middle of this same page. Vanarsena samudrasya upari setu bandhanam karoti. So I had written karoti as krutvantaha, which is incorrect. The correct is krutvati. So krutvati is striling. So why?
I also have the same doubt.
Vanarsena is a strilinga.
That's why it's a Kritavati. I put the Kritavan here, but the answer is a Kritavati. So I thought Vanarsena is a Strilinga, that's why.
Correct, yeah. Vanarsena Strilinga padam asti. Kritavati avashakam. Vanarsena Strilinga padam tatha ekavachanam api.
Okay.
That's why I made a mistake.
Okay.
Mine was also a mistake. I thought Kritavan.
In fact, I answered Kadanda.
25% mistakes it was me, Mangala, and I understood the passage, but the suffixes getting it right was the problem. In most places I wrote the same thing that you had given in the brackets. After completing the passage, somehow I felt that it was not correct, so I asked for a completed passage and you sent it. Thank you. So a lot of corrections had to be made.
Yeah. Yeah.
One more question.
Yeah. Hopefully now, but looking at the answers now, you understand. Yes, right.
Yes.
How? Yeah.
Thank you.
Mother, one more question.
Yeah.
In the same page, next line, Ravana putrasya Meghnadasya Maya Yudhene Ram Lakshmano Patati. So now I had written patata as a present tense third person dvivachan, but the correct answer is patitvanto, which is suppose it's a striling.
Patitavanto strilingam nasti.
The correct answer is that. So
yeah. Patitavanto is pullinga padam dvivachanam.
You can also write apatatam.
Bhutakalam Suchinti.
Bhutaka.
Pulling.
Patitavan is ekavachanam. Bhutaka kridanta bhutakala ekavachanam, right? Patitavan. Tasya dvivachanam asti patitavantau.
Or we can also write apatatam.
Apatataha, yes, we will see that. Apatata is kriyapadam.
But sir, in the table, Excel table, is Bhutkal, Patitvan is pulling ekvachan, Bahuvachan is Patitvantaha, and Striling is Patitvantav. So why, how it can be a pulling then?
Striling is Patitavati.
Okay. Yeah, my mistake.
Sir, for all words, the Divajana will be au.
Not all words.
Lakshmana, that's why it's Patitavantav, right?
Dvivachanam iti patitavantav. So, question if you are asking whether all words in Dvivachanam is au, no. It depends on the word. Now here, when we are saying this patitavan is a pullinga, so patitavan pullinga ekavachanam. For all such patitavan, for all such words, yes, in Dvivachanam it will be au. patitavantau, pathitavantau, gatavantau, dvivachanam. Okay. But if it is some other pullinga word, it may be different. But here, when we are saying patitavan, gatavan, chalitavan, pitavan, so all these will be yes, because the forms are the same here.
I was referring only pullinga, not strilinga or kamatsu.
Yeah. Pullinga also this particular form of word we are talking. So all pullinga words are not like this. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So can you give me one example of that?
An example of what?
Where it is not ow sound, but it's some other sound. You said you told me it is not same for all the words.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. No problem.
I'll give it later. So.
Okay, no problem, sir. No problem, sir. It's very difficult to remember immediately.
No. Generally, it will become but now when I say that we should not generalize. Now.
Yeah.
So why?
Because I understand.
Why patitavantau? There is na there, antau. Whereas Rama, there is au there, but there is no na there, right? So that's why I don't want to make a generalized statement that everywhere it will be same. Because
at least where there is one, there it will be au.
It will be antau, like Bhagavan, Bhagavantau.
Yeah, Bhagavantau. Okay, sir. I understood it.
The Dharati Dhatu. Daptaha.
And Dhatu is okay, but not about Namapadam. We're talking Namapadam.
I have one more question.
Dattavan Mohat.
Yeah, Dattavantau.
On the sentence, Garudasya Sparsena Rama Lakshmana Punah Harsha Labdva Yuddhaya Siddhau Avabat. Bhavati, I put Avabat as a halanta, but on the answer sheet it's Visarga. So which one? I got confused. Why is a Visarga here? It should be Avavat with the halanta ta.
So, anyone want to explain this? What is the answer here? What is the answer here? Suresh.
I put Avabat.
Yuddham bhavati. So yuddham bhavati.
Suresh Moday wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which sentence they were looking at.
The last one here. Garudasya sparshena Rama Lakshmano Punaha Harsham Labdha Yuddhaya Siddhau dash.
What? Here, I wrote
Bhavantau. Rama Lakshmanau Bhavatat. Bhavati Bhavatah Bhavanti. So Bhavatah.
Tasya Bhutakala Rupam.
Abhavat.
Abhavan.
Dvivachanam. Abhavantau.
No, not Abhavantau, sir. Abhavatam.
Abhavatam.
But the answer sheet is with Abhavataha, with Visarga.
That is wrong, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's why I got confused.
Abhavatah and Sadharana Bhutakala.
What is Sadharana Bhutakala?
Abhavat, Abhavatah, Abhavatah.
Abhavat, Abhavatam, Abhavan.
Oh, Kshamyatam. Okay.
Okay. So that it may be wrong. So I'll fix it. So, so for this homework, the few simple things you have to remember for any homework or any sentence generally. What is the thing basically that the Kriyapada form, if what we are doing here there is a confusion, right? Because we are not following one particular form here. Like everywhere we use this abhavat, abhavatam, abhavan, that form, Kriyapada form, or everywhere use the Krudanta Bhutakala, like Patitavan, Patitavati, that form. So that is why there is a bit confusion. But the course material previously was designed like that. Like what? Like wherever there is bhavati or asti, use the Kriyapada form. That is like abhavat, abhavatam, abhavan, that form. Like where there is bhavati or asti. Do not use the Krudanta form or the Krudanta Bhutakala form of bhavati is bhutavan. So generally that is not used. Bhutavan means happened. So we use abhavat only. Bhutan is not incorrect. It is also fine. But generally we don't find that. So wherever there is bhavati or asti, just use abhavat in both the cases. Abhavat, the general sadharana kriyapadam, bhutakala form. Other than these two, but even in these cases where there is using abhavat also, what you have to remember, you have to match that with the vachana of this, with the vachana of the kartrupadam. Here, in this case, what is the kartrupadam in this sentence? Garudasya sparshena Ramalakshmana punah harsham labdha yuddhaya siddho bhavati atra. Kartrupadam kim asti?
Divachanam.
Kartrupadam kim?
Divachanam.
Ramalakshmana.
Ramalakshmana is kartrupadam. Asya vachanam asti divachanam. That's why we have to put this in the divachanam. Even though we change it to Kriyapada form of Bhutakala, which is abhavat, is a singular ekavachanam. Tasya divachana rupam asti abhavatam. So that you have to put the abhavatam here. So this is one case. Now, if we are using the Krudanta Bhutakala form, which is like this, Shrutavan, etc., right? Prapnoti, etc. So what we are going to do? Because these are adjectives, these are not Kriyapada forms. When we convert that into Krudanta Bhutakala form, like Patitavan, Patitavati, they are Visheshanam, adjectives. Visheshanam, when it becomes Visheshanam, then what is the rule? Visheshanam tasya lingam api, na kevalam vachanam, tatha vibhakti api, lingam, vachanam, vibhakti. So all three should be in the same form as that of the Kartrupadam. That is for the Krudanta Bhutakala form. Whereas when it is abhavat, the general Bhutakala form, abhavat, abhavatam, whatever we are using, they do not have lingam or vibhakti. They have they have to be in the correct vachanam as per the Kartrupadam. But when it comes to Pratyagatavan, Agatavan, Shrutavan, Patitavan, so these have to be in the same lingam, vachanam, vibhakti of the Kartrupadam. This you have to remember. And obviously you have to find the correct form first of that Kriyapadam. So here we had Pratyagatavan. So here we have Bhavati. So we want to put that in the simple past tense. So here we have Ramah Sitayaha Vrittantam Shrutva Dukkhitah Bhavati is there. So we have the choice now. So what choice means what? Turn that into Bhutakala Abhavat Tadanantaram Tasya Lingam. Lingam na Vachanam Kim Bhavet iti Drashtavyam. Vachanam is what? Which Kartrupadam. Kartrupadam asti Ramaha. Ramaha Bhavati. So Ramaha Abhavat. Ekvachanam. Rama Abhavat. So Ramaha Vanara Sainyena Saha Samudratiram Prapnoti Asya Krudantarupam Bhavati Praptavan. So Praptavan, should it be Praptavan, Praptavati, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam, Anantaram, Vibhaktihi, Kim Bhavet? Atra Ramaha. Ramaha is Ekavachanam, Pullingam. So this Prapnoti also should be what is that? Praptavan. Ramaha Vanara Sainyena Sah Samudratiram Praptavan. Tatra Lanka Nagare Ravanasya Anujaha Vibhishanah Asit. Saha Ravanam Vadati. Now Vadati. Swasya Bhutakala Krutantarupam Tavatarupam Bhavati. Saha Ravanam Uditavan.
Uditavan, okay.
Uditavan.
Reached, Mahodaya. Praptavan is reached. Praptavan is reached. Lanka?
Yeah, reached. Samudratiram. Samudratiram Praptavan, reached.
Thank you.
Saha Ravanam Uditavan. Ramasya Banaha Rakshasakulasya Nasham Karoti. What do you want to put there? No, your future tense, because
Karishyati.
No, Karishyati. Because Saha Ravanam Uditavan, who Uditavan Vibhishana. Vibhishana Ravanam Vadati. Kim Vadati? Ramasya Banaha Rakshasakulam Kulasya Nasham Karishyati iti Vadati Saha. So he says that in the future it will destroy the Rakshasa Kula.
Sir, here instead of Uditavan, can we use Proktavan?
Kutra?
It's a mistake. Proktavan. Instead of Uditavan. Of course, I have written only Uditavan, but I am just asking. Proktavan.
Uktavan, Proktavan, the meanings is same, but here Vadati is given. So if you want to correctly put this Vadati.
I see. For Vadati, it's only Uditavan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bhavan Ramam Sharanam Gacchati is there. Now here what we want to know, that's why we need to know the meanings of the sentences here. Right? Bhavan Ramam Sharanam Gacchati. Gacchatu. Ajna. Ajna, because he is requesting or prarthana asti atra kasya Ravanaya Ravanasya krute prarthana Ravanam prati prarthana vibhishanasya. Bhavan Ramam Sharanam Gacchatu. So you go to the refuge. You take the refuge of Rama. Parantu Ravanaha Tasyochanam na Shrutavan. Shrutavan is already there. Vibhishanaha Ramasya Samipam Gatavan. Vanarasena Samudrasya Upari Setumandanam Krutavati. Ramaha Sainyena Saha Lankadvipam Bhutakalatra
Pravishtava.
Pravishtavan. Ramaha Sainyena Saha Lankadvipam Pravishtavan. Vishati Vishtavan. Pravishtavan. Vanara Rakshasa Sainyayoho Madhye. Now remember, this is the Dvivachanam. Vanara Rakshasa Sainya Madhye Yuddham Arabdham Bhavati Abhavatam. Right? That, because this is, no, not Abhavatam. Yuddham is the Kartrupadam here. Vanara Rakshasa Sainyayoho Madhye Yuddham Arabdham Abhavat. Aneke Vanaraha Rakshasaha cha Viragatim
Praptavantah.
Praptavantah. Ravanaputrasya Meghanadasya Mayayuddhena Ramalakshmano Meghanadasya Mayayuddhena Ramalakshmano
Patitavantau.
Patitavantau. Pakshirajaha Garudaha Tatra Agatya Tau Bhatarau
दृष्टवान्
दृष्टवन्त दृष्टवन्तौ पक्षीराजः
स्पृष्टवान् अत्र अर्थस्य अवगमनम् अपेक्षितमस्ति अत्र किम् वाक्यार्थः कः पक्षिराजः गरुडः तत्र आगत्य तौ भ्रातरौ इति एतत् पदं भ्रमात्मकं भवति कदाचित् कन्फ्यूसिङ्ग् तस्य विभक्तिः का विभक्ति प्रथमाविभक्तौ अस्ति वा
तृतीयबहुवचनं
द्विवचनं तौ भ्रातरौ कर्मपदमस्ति कर्मपदम् ऑब्जेक्ट पक्षिराजः गरुडः इति कर्तृपदं तत्र आगत्य तौ भ्रातरौ इट इज लाइक सेइंग अहं पुस्तकं पठामि पुस्तकम् इज द्विवचनं राइट बिकॉज एंड रामः रामौ रामाः रामं रामौ रामान् सो द्विवचनं द्वितीया विभक्ति द्विवचनम is also same form as the prathama vibhakti dvivachanam. So this tau bhratarau is dvivachanam of dvitiya vibhakti here, not prathama vibhakti. So that is why this should not be sprushtavantav. This is sprushtavan. Pakshirajah garudah tatra agatya tau bhratarau sprushtavan.
Sprushtavan or sprushtavan?
Sprushtavan.
Sprushtavan.
अनन्तरं गरुडस्य
स्पृष्टवान्
स्पृष्टवान् करेक्ट् गरुडस्य स्पर्शेन रामलक्ष्मणौ पुनः दिस् इस् आल्रेडि रैट् अभवताम् रावणः स्वयं रणरङ्गम् आगतवान् सिम्पल् मारुतेः मुष्टिप्रहारात् रावणः मूर्छितः अभवत् पुनः स उत्थाय युद्धम्
अकरोत्
कृतवान् मारुतेः स्कन्धे उपविश्य रामः रावणस्य रथस्य शस्त्राणां च नाशं कृतवान् रावणः लज्जया स्वभवनं
गतवान्
अनन्तरं रावणः युद्धाय अनुजं कुम्भकर्णं प्रेषितवान् रामः कुम्भकर्णं
मारितवान्
मेघनादः युद्धाय पुनः
आगतवान्
तस्य ब्रह्मास्त्रेण रामलक्ष्मणौ पुनः पतितवन्तौ तदा मारुतिः हिमालयं गत्वा ओषधिपर्वतम्
आनीतवान्
Sir, I put here Anitavan, so that's incorrect.
Anitavan.
Anitavan, yes. So I saw the Anayati. So that's
Anayati. Nayati. I think this is available in the table also. Nayati, the Kritanta Bhutakala form is Nitavan. Yeah. So if you look in the Dhatu Kosha, that I showed you here also, you will find the same thing there. Nita, you will find Nita there as the PP. So you add Van or Vati there. The one is Anitavan. ओषधि प्रभावात् रामलक्ष्मणौ सचेतौ रामलक्ष्मणौ द्विवचनम् अभवताम् मारुतिः पुनः लङ्घयित्वा ओषधिपर्वतं तस्य स्थाने स्थापितवान् पुनः युद्धस्य आरम्भः अभवत् लक्ष्मणः मेघनादं मारितवान् रावणः युद्धे लक्ष्मणं घातितवान् लक्ष्मणः मूर्छितः अभवत् मारुतिः पुनः हिमालयप्रदेशं गत्वा ओषधिपर्वतं तस्य प्रभावेन लक्ष्मणः
उत्थिष्टवान्
देवेन्द्रः रामाय दिव्यरथं
प्रेषितवान्
रामः रथे स्थित्वा रावणेन सह युद्धं
कृतवान्
युद्धे रामः रावणं
मारितवान्
रामः विभीषणं लङ्कायाः राजपदे
स्थापितवान्
मारुतिः आकाशमार्गेण गतवान् रामः शीघ्रम् अयोध्यां
प्राप्यति
प्राप्नुवान्
अर्थः सो यू हैव टू लुक वाक्यस्य अर्थं पश्यतु सम्पूर्णवाक्यस्य अर्थः कः भवति रामः शीघ्रम् अयोध्यां डैश् डैश् इति सः भरतं सूचयति अयोध्यां रामः अयोध्यां भविष्यकाले प्राप्नोति इति सः भरतं सूचितवान् भविष्यकाले प्राप्नोति
प्राप्स्यति
कः प्रश्नः महोदय
अयोध्यानगरं प्राप्नोतु
प्राप्नोतु इति प्रार्थना नास्ति इति केवलं सूचना
प्राप्यति
प्राप्स्यति
प्राप्य
रामः शीघ्रम् अयोध्यां प्राप्नोति भविष्यत्काले इति कः वदति हनुमान् वदति हनुमान् सूचयति कं सूचयति भरतं सूचयति सूचयति पदस्य सूचयति इति सूचितवान् भूतकाले पदम् आवश्यकं सूचितवान् रामः शीघ्रम् अयोध्यां प्राप्स्यति प्राप्नोतु इति न प्राप्स्यति रामः
that I did not understand Mahodaya प्राप्स्यति
you couldn't understand
is it future tense is it future tense
yeah future tense yeah bhavishyat kala so what is the there is I think it is on the table also there is prap also then but there is a dhatu is aap aap dhatu you have to look for the aap in the dhatu kosha there is a bhavishyat kala future tense like bhavishyati patishyati gamishyati for aap it will be aapsyati not apishyati aapsyati प्राप्नोति प्राप्स्यति इति स भरतं सूचयति रामः परिवारेण सह अयोध्यानगरं now here we need bhutakala प्राप्तवान् अयोध्यायां रामस्य राज्याभिषेकः
अभवत्
now
I did not understood this above Rupa.
So I'll come there. So that's why it's confusing. If we go just why should we use abhavat in some cases, why should we use patitavan, gatavan in some cases? There is nothing like that. You can still use any form, but previously it was designed like this. This homework was designed like this, to use abhavat in where bhavati is there and praptavan etc. Those tavatu forms where there is no bhavati or asti. But Lakshmikanta Mother, just hold on for a few minutes. I want to explain. I want to explain a bit more methodically. What are the different forms? For example, now when we say prapsyati, there is some confusion, right? How the word becomes prapsyati, and where the word becomes Gamishyati, where the word becomes Kutra Gamishyati iti rupam bhavati, Kutra kadachit patishyati bhavati, kadachit prapsyati bhavati, katham tasya rupasya avagamanam katham. How do we know? Jnanam katham bhavatasya. So to understand that, we need to wait a little bit. Now, little bit in the sense to understand how these dhatus are categorized and how the forms are known. How do we understand those forms? So, at a high level, I would like to give some introduction, explanation of that. But to understand, to know the exact form of what is when the prapnoti, in the present tense it is prapnoti, whereas in the present tense for gam it is gacchati, for present tense pat is patati, but the future tense for gam is gamishyati, for pat it is patishyati, for prap it is prapsyati, etc. For marayati it is marayishyati, turayishyati. So, what are these different things? One way is that we just practice these different sentences, different words, and just become familiar with it. And that we continue doing that. That will continue doing that as we progress through our lessons. But in addition to that, we should also start studying how they are organized, how these different words are organized in Sanskrit grammar or Vyakaranam. So, when we start understanding that, it becomes more and more clear, and how to look for these different forms in different dictionaries. So that also becomes more clear there. Okay. So, before that, this twa and tumun. So tumun padane, I think that is clear. Spashtamasti. Surya udayati, surya prakasham dadati. Surya prakasham datum udayati. So similarly, prayah sarve atra. So you have written it correctly. Munihi ashram pravishati, munihi japati, munihi japitum. So here it is some confusion. Samshaya bhavati, munihi japati, japitum athva japtum kim, tasya rupam kim. Again, asmakam sharanam. Japitum. Asmakam sharanam tu dhatu kosheva. Yada kadachat asmakam samshaya bhavati. Please go back to the kosha or some pustaka or somewhere, refer to it. Samshaya asti chet. Samshaya nasti chet gatva ta samanyata asmakam parichaya asti eva padanam gam asti chet gantum patasti chet patitum. Yada purvam prayoga krutam prakritah asti iti tasya tatra samshaya na bhavati. Parantu yatra kadacha samshaya bhavati sarvada koshasya eva asmakam gatihi. Kosha eva gatihi. Tatra yatha atra jap. So look for jap here in the kosha and you will find that japitum at the last here. I'm not sure it here now. You can find that later. Okay. So japitum. And then vyadha bana munchati. Vyadha mrugam marayati. Marayitum. And pathayitum. Now here pathayitum. So it is not patitum, pathitum, etc. So because this is pathayati, which is like chalati, chalayati. Like chalati is someone going himself. Chalayati is making something else to move. That means he is driving. Chalayati. So similarly here, pathati, pathayati, they have the same relationship. Pathati, pathayati. Pathati, aham pustakam pathami. So I am reading myself, reading the book myself. I am doing the reading work. So balaka pustakam pathati. So whereas here, shikshakha chhatran pathayati. So he is making the others to read. Making the shikshaka, teacher, chatran. Chatraha is student. Chatran pathayati. He is making them to read. That means he is teaching them. Indirectly it means the same thing. Like Pathayati literally means making them to read. That means teaching. Shikshakah Chatran Pathayati. So here, this doesn't become Patitam. Patitam means when I am reading it, it becomes Patitam. Here it becomes Pathayati. Just like Marayati, it is Marayitum. Right? Pathayati, Pathayitum. Now, Chhatraha Yanam Arahanti Gachantu. Gantum. So note that because these tum and also that twa also, these are all avyayam. So they do not change as per the lingam, vibhakti and vachanam. So their forms remain the same. So whether shikshaka is one person, pullinga, it doesn't matter whether this is pullinga, strilinga, bahuvachanam. So this tuman form remains same. Patati, pathayati, pathayitum, and gachanti, gantum. So same on fixed form. Chhatraha vidyalayam gantum yanam arohanti. And mahile, here there is a dvivachana form. Mahile devalayam gacchataha, mahile geetam shrunutaha. Dvivachana form. Mahile geetam. Mahile means mahiladvayam. There are dve mahile. Dve mahile geetam shrotum. Because dvivachanam asti, parantu rupam samanam. Tumun panasya rupam samanam bhavati. Tasya parivartanam nasti. Shrotum dve mahile geetam shrotum devalayam gacchataha. So that's about tuman. Now similarly, twa and here twa padani iti likhitam asti. Balaka pathati balaka khadati balaka pathitva khadati marja parantu agrima vakyam marjarha agacchati. Marjarha, it comes. Marjarha dugdham pibati. Now we want to say
Dugdham pitum agacchati.
But here it is
No, marjara agatya.
Why it is not agatva?
Because
because I is added there.
I is there, it is upasarga. It's called upasarga.
Upasarga is
what a prefix. Upasarga. It's a technical grammatical term, upasarga. Upasarga is the upasarga kim karoti. Upasarga, it attaches itself to a dhatu and it changes its meaning or it enhances its meaning many times. So in different contexts there are. So here agatya kevalam gacchati. If it is only gacchati means it becomes gatva. Right? There is no prefix, there is no upasarga. Then we add kva.
महोदय मम एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति टेबल मध्ये प्रेषयति इति अस्ति तत्र भवान् प्रेषयित्वा इति एव दत्तवान् तत्रापि उपसर्गः अस्ति खलु
उपसर्गः नास्ति प्रेषयति एव धातु
प्रप्लसिष्यति नास्ति वा
नास्ति प्रेषयति एव धातु
अस्तु अस्तु धन्यवादः
भवान् उपरि त्वा पदानि लिखन्तु इति उक्तवान् सो त्वा लेप् प्रत्यय इति
लेप् because त्वा यत्र उपसर्गः भवति तत्र त्वा इति प्रत्ययस्य प्रयोगः न भवति त्वा प्रयोगस्य स्थाने लेप् आगच्छति लेप् इति अन्य प्रयोगः so this is just a revision, I guess. I mean, I hope you remember this was all studied. No, everybody. I'm saying just so when.
Remember it.
If you then this is just a revision. Just so agatya, and I don't mind repeating the topic even if you don't remember. So you should ask. Please ask. Agatya, twa, agatva. Doesn't become. If there is only gam, gacchati becomes gatva because there is a upasarga here. Upasarga, any upasarga, not only a. There are 22 upasargas, a, pra, para, some, etc. Ava. So any upasarga comes. This twa. In place of twa, we are using the pratyaya called lep, and what that lep. Actually, this pratyaya is also actually twa, not only. It is tva. Ka plus tva. Ka and tva. Right. So ka and tva. So here ka goes away. That some grammar, vyakarana. What happens? The process takes place. Prakriya. So in that the ka goes and all that. Only what remains is tva. Similarly in the lep. In the lep what happens? The la, pa goes and just the ya remains there. Ya remains there. So we have agatya. Agatya. Agatya for where there is gam. Agam. Then similarly, chalaka chakrayane upavishati.
Upavishya.
Here also upasargaha asti. Upasargaha kaha upasargaha upa. Upa iti upasargaha. Upa plus visha iti dhatu upavishati. So if it is only visha, then it will be vishtva. Vishtva, but here upasarga asti iti upasarga upa eva. So upavishya. माता शिशुं पश्यति. माता दृष्ट्वा. दृष्ट्वा. धीवरः जालं गृह्णाति.
गृहीत्वा. गृहीत्वा. गृहीत्वा.
गृहीत्वा.
जालं गृहीत्वा.
गृहीत्वा.
गृहीत्वा. गृहीत्वा. बालिके गीतं वदतः. बालिके नृत्यं कुरुतः.
उक्त्वा.
उक्त्वा.
What does the table say?
Uditva.
Uditva. Sorry, uditva.
So again, this sentence has been purposely introduced here just to make sure that we all understand that even though this is dvivachanam, parantu asya rupa bhedah na bhavati. Samana rupam, because this is avayam. Uditva, grihitva, these are avayam. So whether this kartrupadam, whatever it be, ekavachanam, dvivachanam, lingam, kimapi bhavatu, parantu this is the same rupam. Balike geetam uditva, balike nrutyam kurutaha. Any question here?
What is the meaning?
What is the meaning of what?
The girls sang after dancing.
What is the meaning of Shikshaka Chatran Pathayatum?
Shikshaka Vidyalaya Gacchati Shikshaka Chatran Pathayati. Shikshaka Chatran Pathayitum. Shikshaka to teach the students. Shikshaka Chatran Pathayitum. Shikshaka Chatran Shikshayitum. Or to teach the students, he goes to the school. Pathayitum means to teach. Right? Shikshaka Chatra, with the intent of teaching. With to teach the students, the teacher goes to the school. Okay, so somebody said Balike Geetam. So this, what is the meaning of this, you said?
Balike first sang a song and then danced.
Sang, this was present tense, Vartamana Kala asti.
First he sing a song and then dance?
Yeah, two girls, Balike. Ye Balike.
It is Bahuvachanam first of all.
Balike.
Dvivachanam.
Dvivachanam.
No,
Balike.
Dvivachanam, yeah. Dvivachanam.
Two girls, they say a Geetam song and they
Dance.
do the dance. Nrityam kurutah. So when we say Geetam uritva, urita means after singing. Two girls after saying a song, they do the dance. Uditva, after saying. Okay, I'm going to mute again.
That abhat is not clear.
Yeah, coming. It will be clear in a minute.
It is because I have forgotten something. It may be because I have not I have forgotten whatever has been done.
No. Abhavat not clear means, are you clear about the meaning of abhavat or not?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So about different forms, we'll see. So one thing I want to emphasize before I start an important portion today. Portion means explanation of these different forms. A very basic foundation I would like to again emphasize and start. But before that, again I would like to emphasize to all of you that please go ahead and memorize. I mean literally memorize what you call by heart. At least some basic words like Rama, Hari of the Vibhakti Rupas, that table. So this like Balike, Dvivachanam, Balike, Balikaha, Bhavachanam, that should, if you memorize them, then it will be easy to recall. What is that, whether it is Dvivachanam, Bhavachanam, etc. So please go ahead and memorize that, at least those basic, and if you can memorize more, it will be better. Rama, Hari, Rama, Kavi, Guru, these very basic, simple words. It is like a mantra patana. Rama is also, somebody is thinking Rama is a God's name. It's like a japa. Right. All those 24 forms. Hari, all those 24 forms. Guru, 24, or Shambhu, Guru, any 24 forms. Rama, Uma, whichever you take, and then memorize it. It will help long term. Now, the next one is so some basic, very foundational, which many of you know already probably, but as a foundation we should be very clear about these fundamentals before going forward. So I don't see any point going forward in any class if the fundamentals are not clear. So you may study all those lakara, this, that, but if you don't understand what are they, then, and if you understand what are they, it will be better. So otherwise, the samshaya, punah bhavati. So sentence. So in any language, and let's talk only about Sanskrit now. Sanskritam language, vakyam is the basis of understanding, correct? So without a sentence, if I just say a word like Ramaha, Balakaha, Suryaha, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, at least it means Suryaha asti, right? That is a sentence. Asti, Suryaha asti. Surya exists. Or Suryodaya. Okay, what Suryodaya? What are you trying to say? That's the question we are asking, right? Akanksha bhavati asmakam. Ichchar prashna bhavati. Suryodaya is, if I say Suryodaya vadami chet, so you are going to ask me, what about Suryodaya? So just the word is not, doesn't convey meaning. of understanding. Yes, word itself has a meaning, but what I'm trying to say in terms of communication, it doesn't communicate anything. So Suryodaya bhavati, Suryodaya prabhate bhavati, Suryodaya shvaha bhavati, shvaha bhavishyati, something. So I have to form a sentence, then that is a vakyam, collection of words arranged to convey meaningful expression. And these words have to be, when it is called a vakyam sentence, the words which are stringed together, rachana asti, vakya rachana, tasmin, ye shabdaha bhavanti, padani bhavanti, tesham samipyam avashyakam, sannikarsha avashyaka. Sannikarsha means samipyam. Means if I say today, I want to say Suryodaya shvaha bhavati. Now if I say Suryodaya, after 10 minutes I say shvaha, then nobody is going to understand. So desham samipyam sannikarsha avashyaka, tatra vakyam vakyasya artha bhavati. So in a vakyam, in a Sanskrita vakyam, kriya padam is the heart. Again, there are different theories about this, but we are going to stick to theory of grammar, Sanskrita Vyakaranam, Sanskrita Paniniya Vyakaranam. So this is this whole thing. Why is so complicated? You may ask. Why people? Why there are so many theories? It is so simple. But this vakyam and this its artha, padartha bodha, artha bodha, etc. It has become very spiritual or a metaphysical discussion. It goes into that domains. But so grammar, Vyakaranam has its own theory. So we'll stick to that because that is simple to understand also. But later on, if you want to study all those different theories, you can. Now, Vakyam tasmin ekam kriyapadam bhavati. Kriyapadam means action. Right? Kriyapadam verb, action. A verb or a word denoting an action is the heart of a sentence, or heart means it is the most important part of a sentence. So around that kriyapadam, different other words are arranged in a sentence to convey the meaning of the entire sentence. So kriyapadam, and then the other words could be like kartrupadam, the word indicating which is doing what is responsible for that action. That is a kartrupadam. Then we have karmapadam. Karmapadam means which is getting affected by that kriya. Affected, here there are different definitions, but simply saying that which is getting affected or which is getting benefit of that kriya, or the effect of the kriya is happening on what. So that is a karma padam. Then there is a visheshana padam. Visheshana padam, kim karoti, anyat padam varnayati. So it describes a different nama padam. Different. It doesn't need to be kartrupadam. It can be any other nama padam in a sentence. It could be kartrupadam, karma padam, or any other different types of nama padam. So defining or describing that another noun is visheshana padam. Tatheva kriya visheshanam api bhavati. Kriya visheshana is like an adverb. So kriyam varnayati, kriya suchaka padam varnayati iti tasya kriya visheshanam iti tasya nama. So different types of words together they are going to make it a vakyam or a sentence. Okay. Now another thing, so I said that different words together they form a sentence, and the heart of the most important part in a sentence is a kriya padam. Like even if you say balakaha, balaka, even if you say just balakaha, balaka or balakaha sundaraha. If you say there is no kriya padam as such here. Okay? There is no kriya padam. A kriya padam in Sanskrita grammar, Sanskrita Vyakaranam is a very technical definition. Kriya padam, nama padam, these are very technical definitions. there are only two types of words as per the Sanskrita Vyakaranam. There are only two types of words. One is Namapadam, another is Kriyapadam. There are only two types. There is no other type of a word which can be used in a sentence. Namapadam athava Kriyapadam eva bhavet. So what is a Kriyapadam? It shows the action, and it has to have a certain form, like pathati, bhavati, gacchati, patishyati, pathatu, gacchatu, abhavat, apathat. These are all Kriyapadam. They have certain forms. Whereas Krutavan, Gatavan, these are not Kriyapadam. They are Namapadam eva, because they are not in that form. Pathati, gacchati, pathatu, etc. And other than the Kriyapadam forms, everything else is Namapadam. Everything else, including this Ramaha, Balakaha, Krutavan, Gatavan, Gatavati, Patitavati, Bhagavan, Gantum, Patitum, those are avyam. They are also Namapadam. And not only Gantum, Patitva, Agatya, but there are also Cha, Cha, He, Vai, Bho, anything, everything. Other than the Kriyapadam, they are all categorized technically under Namapadam. Now the verb Kriyapadam Atyanta Mukhya Padam Asti Ekasmin Vakya. Very important Padam. Now other words, right? Other words means other Namapadam. Other than the Kriyapadam, everything else is a Namapadam, right? In a word, in a Vakyam. So other Padam, other words in a Vakyam, they appear in a Vakya, in a sentence, with a certain relationship, different relationship with respect to the Kriyapadam. Kriyapadena sah sambandha bhinna bhinna bhavati. Pratak pratak bhinna sambandha bhavati. So, Kartrupadam asti chet kim bhavati. So, who is doing that action? Okay. Action is indicated by the verb, Kriyapadam. Kriyapadam kim suchayati? Kriya suchayati. Kriyan suchayati. So, Kartrupadam kim bhavati? Kartrupadam karta kaha. Tasya kriyayaha atva karyasya karta kaha iti kartrupadena suchyate. So, who is doing that action? Then karma. So, Kartrupadam, between Kartrupadam and Kriyapadam, there is a relationship. Some kind of relationship. That relationship is one type of relationship, which is called here, the relationships are listed here. Now, this relationship is called Karakam. So, this Kartrupadam, the word referring to the Karta or the doer of the action is Kartrupadam. And on what the effect of that Kriya is taking place is Karmapadam. And with what help of something we are doing that work. So, some word is referring to that, okay? that word, right? Some word is referring with what is helping in that Kriya. So that is a Karana. That is called Karana here, means. And similarly, we are giving something or beneficiary, we are doing it for the purpose of something, that is Sampradana. And there is separation or Karana, these are all Apadana. Adhikarana, where it is taking place, there is a location. So, like for example, if Balakaha Vidyalaye Pustakam Patati. For example, in this case, Balakaha is the Karta, Patati is Kriyapadam, Balakaha Karta, Kim Patati, Pustakam is Karmapadam, Anantaram Kutra Patati, where is the location? That is Vidyalaye Patati. So Vidyalaya is Vidyalaye. That has its own relationship with the Kriya. So because we are asking the Kriya, the questions are on the Kriya Padam here. So what are the different questions? Questions on the Patati here. Patati, Kaha Patati is one question. Kim Patati is another question. Kutra Patati is another question. And there could be other questions also, like Kena Patati or Kena Khadati. For example, if you say Khadati, Kena Khadati, Kaha Khadati, Kim Khadati. So different questions. There could be other like Kasmat, or there could be Kasya. So there could be different questions could be there. For example, when you say Pustakam, kasya pustakam, or patram patati. So patram, leaf falling, patati. So patati. Patati, kim patati, patram patati. That is a kartru. Then kutra patati, then bhumim patati, anantaram kasmat patati, rukshat patati. So kasmat. So when we ask these different kaha, kim, kena, kasmat, kasmai, kasya, kutra, etc. So we get different answers, and in every case there may not be answer because it depends on whether that relationship exists or not. So when we ask these different questions, different answers might appear. So as an answer, different words represent the relationship, and that relationship is called karakam. Relationship is called karakam. So there are different types of relationship. So we are not going to study these different relationship in detail as of now, but this is a different field of study, karakam. This karakani is a different chapter in the grammar. However, just for you to understand here, what is a karakam and how it fits in context with a vakyam, sentence, in grammar. So there are, what is a karakam? It is a relationship of a noun in a sentence with respect to a verb or a kriyapadam. This is the basic thing you have to understand. And to indicate this different relationship, what we do, we use different vibhaktis, right? When we want to say Rama or Balakaha pustakam patati. So patati, kaha patati, balaka patati. And because his karta relationship, there is a relationship of a doer. So to indicate that, we are using a prathama vibhakti there, balakaha. And kim patati, so you are asking kim. Pustakam patati. Now pustaka, to indicate that it is a karma relationship, that karaka, then we are going to use the dvitiya vibhakti. So like this, or khadati, question comes kena khadati, with what he is eating, chamasena khadati. So when we are saying that, chamasa, so what vibhakti we should use, what is the relationship we have to check. Relationship here is of the instrument. We are using its help or instrument. We are taking the help of a spoon, chamasa, to eat. So to indicate that relationship, we are going to use the tritiya vibhakti. So depending on this relationship, the relationship itself is called karaka. To indicate to these different karaka or relationship with the verb or kriyapadam, we are going to use different vibhaktis. Okay? Now, there are two different things. Karaka or relationship is a different thing. Vibhakti is a different thing. Vibhakti is just a pratyaya or a suffix, okay? Or an affix, what I call suffix or affix. So there are two different things. Note that sometimes it is confusing. What is the difference? Karaka is a vibhakti only. No, because karaka is a relationship, and to indicate a karaka, we use different vibhaktis, different pratyayas, but these vibhaktis used to indicate different relationship may not be always the same. Okay? That we'll see later. But right now, a simple thing we should just note that to indicate a relationship of a noun, relationship to its relationship to the verb, with the verb, relationship with the verb, then what we do, we use vibhakti pratyaya. Vibhakti is a pratyaya. Pratyaya means suffix. Okay? So that was about the vakyam and the karakam. Karakam means a relationship. So vakyam, and vakyam has a kriyapadam and the namapadam, and with the kriyapadam, each namapadam in a vakyam is related. That relationship is called karakam, and the relationship gets a vibhakti pratyaya. The prathama vibhakti to saptami vibhakti. That's what we have seen. And if it is now, the next one is the namapadam. A namapadam is a usable noun form in a Sanskrita vakyam, sentence. Pratipadikam, a namapadam is made up of two components. Yeah. One is Pratipadikam, other is Vibhakti Pratyaya. Pratipadikam is the base form of a Namapadam, and to add we use Vibhakti Pratyaya. And just now we discussed, I said, Vibhakti Pratyaya, different Vibhakti Pratyayas are used to indicate different Karaka or relationship with respect of this Namapadam with respect to the Kriya in a sentence. Now, Namapadam is a usable form in a sentence. Pratipadikam plus Vibhakti Pratyaya, noun equal to noun plus noun base plus case ending is a Vibhakti Pratyaya. Now, a Pratipadikam is important in a Sanskritam Vyakaranam. So, what are the characteristics or identification? How is a Pratipadikam identified? Ending sound and the gender. Ending sound and the gender. For example, when you say Balaka, right? Balakaha is a full noun. It is a Namapadam. This is not Pratipadikam. When you look at the Vibhakti table of any word, so all the words in that 24 different forms, they are the Namapadam, different forms of the Pratipadikam. So each of those 24 forms can be used in a sentence in a different meanings. Because there are 7 vibhaktis which indicate different relationship with the Kriya in a sentence, and the 3 columns indicate Vachanam, right? The Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. Now, but what is the base or Pratipadikam? Pratipadikam kim asti tasya Namapadasya? So here in this example, Balakaha is a Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, but its Pratipadikam is just Balaka. Balaka without adding any suffix, without adding any Vibhakti Pratyaya, Balaka. So in Balaka, what is at the end, what sound is heard? What is the sound heard there? Oh, right? Oh. Balaka. So what we say, this Pratipadika, Etat Pratipadikam Asya, what is the ending sound? Akaranta, Akaranta, Akara is Akara. Akara means what? Sound. Akara means a sound. Akaranta, right? Akaranta means anta is ending. Akaranta Shabdaha Balaka. Akaranta Pratipadikam asti Balaka. Right? So Balaka is Akaranta. Means the word ending in a sound, Kara sound. And also it has a lingam. It has an identification. Lingam means what? It's identity. It has an identity. It is a pullingam. Its identity is masculine, pullingam. So each Pratipadikam or noun base is identified with its ending sound and its lingam. So Balaka is Akaranta Pullingam Pratipadikam. Similarly, we have Balika. So here Balika, what do you say? Balika, what is the ending word here? Ending sound?
Akaranta.
Akaranta Strilinga Padam. Strilinga Pratipadikam Balika. This is still this is Pratipadikam only. Similarly, Nadi
Karanta.
Karanta Strilinga Pratipadikam. So these are the different examples are there. And similarly, there is like, for example, Vishwapa. Vishwapa.
Akaranta.
Akaranta Pullinga Shabda. This is a Pullinga.
Pullinga.
Vishwapa iti Akaranta Pullinga Pratipadikam Vishwapa. So there are different words are there. But only in Sanskritam there is no Akaranta strilinga shabda. Just now we saw Vishwapa, like Vishwapa. There is akaranta strilinga, akaranta pullinga shabdas are there, but akaranta strilinga shabda na vidyate, nasti Sanskrita. Before I move forward, any question?
This online is on YouTube, or it is the slides are available? No?
Yeah, slides are there. The link is given on that students page.
Okay.
For the slides. And I cannot start the next because that's a big one. So Lakshmikant Mohdaya, for the Abhavat one, we'll have to wait for the next class because it will explain the next class. Now Pratipadikam, why is it called Pratipadikam?
Some manufacture will happen, and then the final word will appear.
Right. Like in Sanskritam, mostly all the words have etymology, right? Like Utpatti, Nishpatti, Nishpatti means even the word Sanskritam also has the Nishpatti, means Sanskritam, well processed, well formed, etc. Like, so similarly here, Nama Padam is indicating a name of that pada or word. That's Nama Padam. Vibhakti Pratyaha, that is the suffix or the case ending. Now Pratipadikam is the base of that noun. So here it's interesting that why is it called Pratipadikam? So we know the Padam, right? Padam. What is Padam? Padam is a word. Simply. Padam is anything that is usable word. Right? Padam. Like Ramaha, Balaka, Balika, Nadi, etc. Padam. Now, what is Pratipada? What is Pratipada? Huh?
Opposite word?
Huh?
Opposite word?
Foundation.
Yeah, so yeah, they are good examples, good things. But yeah, but here Prati means mostly every. Right? Every. So Pratipada means every word.
Is it common then?
So yeah, Pratipada is every word. So Pratipadikam means it exists in every word. Pratipadikam means related to or exists in every word. So this noun base, Pratipadikam, it is embedded in every word. That's why it's called Pratipadikam. Pratipade, pratyekam padeshu asti. Pratyekam padeshu asti iti Pratipadikam. So it exists in every word because without Pratipadikam there is no Padam, right? Every Pada has to have Pratipadikam. Means every Padam has to have its base. So that base itself is named Pratipadikam because Pratipadikam, the meaning itself is related to every word or existing in every word. That is Pratipadikam. Okay.
So what is Pratipadikam then?
No, there is no Pratipadikam. Pratipadikam is not there.
Oh, Pratipada.
Related to every word. Or
Oh, so you were asking the question to answer that Pratipada.
Yeah, Pratipada is every word. Prati, when you say Pratyekam, Pratyekam means Ekam. It repeats. Ekam, Pratyekam. Similarly, Pratipada means every word is Pratipada. So anything related to every word is it is called Pratipadikam.
You got it.
Like anything related to something related to Dasharatha is called Dasharathi. right? Something related to Rashtra called Rashtriya, something related to Bharata is called Bharatiya, but anything, something related to Pratipada. Pratipada means every word. Something related to every word is called Pratipada, Pratipadika. Which is I was trying to explain the Nishpatya, or the etymology of the word Pratipadikam, but here it simply means noun base. We can think it as a noun base. Pratipadikam, noun base, because it is related and it exists in every word. Without the Pratipadikam, without that essence, it's called essence, right? Without that essence or the root of that noun, the noun cannot exist. Noun doesn't exist.
Right. Okay, got it.
We can stop here, I think. Unless you have questions, I'll stay back. Others can log off if you have any questions.
Very interesting, Sanjeeva, there. You explained it beautifully. Thank you.